The homeowner has signed a contract with this builder right here, KR Property Group, and engaged Crenetta building surveyors to oversee the project. Now, the frame has been signed off.
Now, yes, the frame has been signed off, but check out how many times a frame inspection was done before it finally passed. 6 fails, one after another, and then on the 7th attempt, it suddenly passed. It took the builder almost 6 months to get it right.
And payments have been made for base, frame and lockup, but not fix and final. So the total build cost for this project is $904,998. Now, according to the permit, construction had to start by May 20, 2023 and must be finished by May 20, 2024. But wait until you see what the hell we found here. We found cladding issues.
Since this installation deviates from our design guide, it would not comply with our code mark certificate.
Roofing issues, framing issues, and even dangerous works that raises serious safety concerns. Are you guys ready? Let's go. All right, let's have a quick walk around the job site and see what's going on, guys. So you can see double-story home, lightweight cladding to the upper floor, and we've got the masonry veneer. The homeowner has paid for this retaining wall that's supposed to be installed in front of unit 1 here and wraps all the way around. This has not been installed. The homeowner paid nearly $60,000 for this, and he specifically asked us if this has been done. Then there's supposed to be also a canopy here that hasn't been installed, and there is also no design details. Now, if we open up the plans, we can see that on the planning permit, it showed it nice and clear. On the working drawings, it does show it, but there is no design details whatsoever. Have a look at the state of the job site. I actually came here a couple of days ago to inspect the job, and there were weed growing everywhere. Someone came to the job and just cut all the grass and the weed, tidied up the job, but it's unbelievable how this job has been sitting like this for a while, and now, after we attended the job, there's been some activity here. However, the works are still non-compliant, and you guys are not going to believe what we found on this job site. We've got some photos of how the job was before, and I'm going to put it on the screen, but guys, this is just unbelievable. 3 double-story units. Job's been going on for a while. Homeowners paid for frame, base, lockup, and get ready to see this schmozzle, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna have to call the building surveyor for this one, even though I didn't want to call them, but I have to call them because have a look what they've done here. Some of you might know what happened here. They've actually excavated in the zone of influence for this brick wall here is now undermined because the brick is sitting on a footing, and now the footing has been exposed. And you can tell that it's been a problem because of these step cracking. Can you see the step cracking here, guys? This step cracking has telling me that this section has subsided. So the footing now in this section here, you can see it, it's right there. It's already subsided. So this now is actually a risk of collapse. There is a risk there. And there is early signage as well. I think I saw some step cracking happening here as I was walking. It was really minor, but you can see it here, it's starting to happen. It's at its early stages. Have a look, right there, starting to happen. So this is also in breach of the National Construction Codes. There is a clause there in which I will put on the screen, clause 3.1.1, which says you can't excavate within the zone of influence of an existing structure. That's because digging too close can weaken the foundation, causing movement and cracking. Now, if we take a look at the sarking that's been installed, let's take a look at the sarking. Guess what, guys? There's no warranty on this cladding anymore, and here's why. The wrong sarking has been installed behind the WeatherTech. The WeatherTech installation manual is crystal clear on this. It states sarking products are unsuitable if classed as a non-water barrier as per AS 4200.1, clause 5.3.5, and will void the WeatherTech's product warranty. It also specifies that a class 4 vapor permeable membrane must be used, but instead they've installed Trade Select wall wrap micro perforated LD, which is classified as a non-water barrier. What does this mean? It means that the cladding is not properly protected from moisture. Over time, this can lead to water penetration, condensation issues, and deterioration of the WeatherTech's panels. And since the wrong sarking has been installed, this has now voided warranty for sure. How do you fix this? It needs to be fixed by removing the cladding and reinstalling the proper sarking. That's how bad it is. Let's go up. All right, the first thing you can see, guys, that this capping, have a look at this capping, guys. This has to be taken off and done again because it doesn't go over the cladding by a minimum of 50 mil. It finishes before. Not sure how the hell that happened. I'm not actually sure. And then we also take a look here. There's no capping installed as well. So how the hell did this occur? And also they haven't sealed the tops of the heel. If this is exposed, when you cut the panel, you're going to see the reinforcement right here, and it's going to start to corrode. So that's also in breach of the manufacturer's installation manual. Now this looks like it's a bit out. Let's chuck a level on it and see how it turns out. So let's have a quick look and see what's going on. Look at that, guys. Nearly 13 mil out. Wow. This is crazy, man. How can a heel panel be out that much for real? Crazy. Let's go around the other side and see what we've got. Look at that. Stormwater not being managed during construction, non-compliant. There's no capping here as well on this side. Wow, and here we can see a better detail on what's going on with the installation of the heel. Have a look, guys. We can see clearly that there's a batten there. It's not a top hat batten. Now, this installation is basically non-compliant, guys. It's in breach of the manufacturer's installation manual. I've never ever seen this before. So I've actually sent an email to CSR about this specific item and asked them if it does void the warranty.
1. The Hebel low-rise systems have been tested with 24mm and 35mm Hebel perforated top hats. Since this installation deviates from our design guide, it would not comply with our code mark certificate. The structural engineer may need to provide a project-specific performance solution. 2. In our systems, the top hat is an essential component, and all structural testing and wall performance assessments have been conducted with 24mm and 35mm top hats, as stated in the design guide. For this project, the structural engineer needs to verify the structural integrity of the wall, while the relevant engineers must assess wall performance aspects such as weather tightness, thermal properties, and fire resistance. 3. The warranty for Hebel systems is only applicable if the installation follows our design guide. In this case, the warranty will not apply.
The lady on the phone said she's never seen this before. And which state are you in? I said Victoria. She goes, no wonder. Unbelievable, guys. Have a look. And how the hell is he going to put a flashing here? Mate, you got to remove all the Hebel now. If this voids the warranty, you have to remove everything. Have a look at this work, mate. Rubbish, mate. Rubbish, guys. All right, we can see here that they have a sump, a box cutter with a sump. The sump has no overflow. It's just 2 outlets in breach of 3500.3. There has to be either a high capacity or a side duct overshoot. And both outlets go into the same outlet, which is like a rain head maybe. So that's not compliant. It has to discharge the atmosphere. Let's keep going on this side. And for some reason, this roof here looks a bit off as well. I don't think it has the correct gradient. Now, if I get my level, just chuck it here like this, we can see that it's not a minimum of 2 degrees. It's supposed to be 2-degree angle as per the requirements of the National Construction Codes. Now I am on the lower roof. Now there are multiple issues here. You could probably already see that the cladding is incomplete here. And look at the way they finished it off. It is so bad, guys. But the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is not only that we have a negative grade for this box gutter, it's supposed to be a minimum of 1 in 100 as per the National Construction Codes, but have a look here, guys. If we have a look at this side, we can see that there's no sump or anything. There's purely just 2 outlets. Can you guys believe it? That's just unbelievable. Look at this, guys. No sump, no rain head. A box gutter can only discharge into sump or rain head. You can't have 2 outlets like this. Like, what's going on here? And not only that, they've got a negative grade over there. So the water goes there, becomes a swimming pool, and then makes its way, bang, right here. And have a look at how they've done the cladding. They've just put a pressure flashing like that. I don't know about that finish, it's pretty bad. And the other thing is that the manufacturer does state as well, WeatherTech, regarding the flashing. Now, I don't think there's a flashing here. So that's also in breach. I'll put an extract on the screen. However, if they do install the flashing, it has to go 50 mil past the opening. The National Construction Code states 100 mil, but the manufacturer is happy with 50 mil. So that's not done anywhere. Anywhere here, the flashing has not been installed as per the manufacturer. Have a look, guys. Really bad workmanship here. And then, don't worry about the flashing. Let's have a look how the cladding is installed. Unbelievable, guys. Have a look. Wow. Even the nails used on the cladding is wrong. The WeatherTech installation manual, table 2.3.1, clearly states that the ND 14-gauge stainless steel brad nails must be used, finished flush with a minimum length of 38 mil. But the nails were found here are not stainless steel and they're not ND, non-deforming nails, which are designed to hold better and prevent surface damage. Now, this is a breach of the Domestic Building Contracts Act 995, Section 8. The builder warrants that all work will be carried out in a proper and workmanlike manner and in accordance with the plans and specifications set out in the contract. The warranty now is void. Using the wrong nails creates a major risk. They might not hold properly over time, leading to movement or detachment. And since they're not stainless steel, they are more likely to rust and stain the cladding. They also may not sit flush. They're being overdriven throughout the whole job, which can allow water to go behind the cladding. The only fix is to replace all the incorrect nails with the proper ND 14-gauge stainless steel brad nails as per the manufacturer's specifications. Otherwise, this cladding system is at risk of early failure. If you guys thought that was bad, wait until I show you guys the other side of the wall. Let's go there now. How bad is this, guys? Take a look at this wall. It is so bad, guys. Wow. I don't think it's even fixed. Look at that, guys. This job so far, guys, is one of the worst, guys. One of the worst. I mean, he's directly fixed the cladding on the frame and couldn't even be stuffed straight in the wall. This is 10 mil out. Look at the gaps, guys. Seriously. It's just unbelievable. Saving on battens probably. Like, I can tell from here, look, you can see how it's bowed. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but this is really, really bad, guys. Have a look at this section as well. This bottom here, this bottom section, not fixed. Flashings not installed as per the manufacturer's installation manual. Really bad, guys. Stormwater not connected as per the requirements of 2870. Have a look. Ponding all around the building line, hasn't been maintained. We've also got this capping here throughout. It's not even graded, 5 degree towards the roof line. And it recently rained, and you can see how the capping is just holding all the water, guys. If we go on the upper roof, have a look how they've done this flashing here. Upstand non-compliant. There's missing screws to this flashing. Have a look. Every rib has to have a screw. They've lifted all out. Not sure when they're going to complete this. Also, not enough fixings to this apron. Have a look. It's all just loose. No flashing to that penetration. It's been left like that. You can see, guys, it's a decent site here. I mean, have a look how they've terminated this section here as well, guys. They got the roof, and then have a look how they've done this. There's actually no support here. Look at that, no support. Supposed to be a batten here at the end span, nothing installed. Have a look here as well, guys. You can see that the capping does not terminate a minimum of 50 mil past the cladding, which is the brickwork, HB39 breach. Have a look at, do your best in silicon the rest, guys. Most of the windows don't have any flashing installed as per the requirements of the manufacturer. Let's go to this side and also have a look at this cladding here as well, how it's all open. Look at that. A couple of places not fixed into position. Let's have a look at this lower roof and another roof we found, guys, that has a outlet only. No box, no sump or rain head. So this is the outlet that goes into the garage that we saw before. Have a look. So it has to be all redesigned now. And the cladding here as well, installed, been exposed. Termination to the brickwork is non-compliant. They just butted it against it like that, not as per the requirements of the manufacturer's installation manual. And also have a look how they've done the internal junction here. No flashing, as per the requirements of the manufacturer as well. So you can see, guys, there's a lot of breaches here so far. There's roofing, non-compliant box gutters. There's also the cladding installations, pretty bad. We've got non-compliant sarking. The sarking is not the correct sarking for the WeatherTech's weather groove cladding. So that's a big issue as well. We've got the Hebel panels installed on just metal studs and not the correct top hat battens, in breach of the manufacturer's warranty. They got to remove all this cladding and they got to remove all the Hebel to make it right. That's how bad it is. And not only that, we've got also roofing issues, the way the roofing's been done. Let's quickly have a look on here. So we've got, have a look at this termination, non-compliant, upstand no flashing, upstand no flashing, upstand no flashing. Then we go on this side as well. Look at the cladding. It's the cladding out is out here as well. Have a look at the cladding. It's in and out as well. You can probably see on the camera without me getting a level. That's how bad it is here. These guys just slapped it on without even straightening the frame or putting any battens. Look at this upstand as well. Upstand, no pressure flashing. And as well, he had to use plaster screws. Come on, man. Wow, have a look at this flooring. Oh my goodness, already 18 mil out. You can see it from a mile away, man. Let's go upstairs and see what else we can find in terms of compliance with the frame. The first thing I noticed here is that the beams on top of the openings, they have no tie downs as per the engineering documentation. It specifies that there should be tie downs. The schedule shows 20 by 0.8 GI straps looped over with 3 nails. It hasn't been installed here. How did this get passed by the building surveyor? I'm not sure. And anything over 2.4 meters requires more strapping. So that's one breach already. Now, if we take another look here, guys, at these trusses, have a look. There's missing multi-grips on those trusses. Have a look. Have they been installed? How did this happen as well? I'm not sure. what you're seeing is yellow tongue particle board being used as a backing plate for those lower roof trusses. Now, that might not seem like a big deal at first, but there's a serious problem with it. The thing is, yellow tongue is designed for flooring, not for structural support. It's not classified under AS 1720.1, which means it has no recognized load-bearing capacity. In simple terms, it's not strong enough for this job. Australian standards are pretty clear on this. AS 1720.1 sets rules for structural timber, and AS 1860.1 specifies that yellow tongue is strictly a flooring material. Using it here raises some serious concerns. First, we don't know if it actually holds the weight of the trusses. If it fails, that could lead to structural movement or even collapse. Second, the nails securing these trusses are going into material that isn't tested for this use. So over time, they could pull out or loosen. So what needs to be done here? Simple. This yellow tongue needs to go. It should be replaced with proper load-bearing material that meets AS 1720.1 standards. And a structural engineer should also review the entire setup to make sure everything is safe and compliant. And also have a look at this beam, this timber beam and this timber beam. Now, in the engineering drawing, there is a table that shows if you do want to connect these two beams together, you're supposed to use a plate like this, but then there's also a schedule of what type of bolts to use. Now, if we open up the table, for beam depth between 240 and 360, 3 M16 bolts. So let's take a look at what's going on here. This beam here is around, let's take a measure. It's just under 300 mil. And look at the wasp nest, oh my God. All right, so basically they're supposed to use M16 bolts, and here they've got M12 bolts installed. So how did this get missed by the engineer? I don't know. And then we take a look at this as well. We've got the joist hangers here as well. Look how they're loose, guys, as well. They haven't even got even one nail inside. There's a couple of these brackets. This bracket's been compromised as well. There's a couple of brackets like that that have not been secured properly. All these joist hangers need to be inspected. Have a look how they've notched this posi, guys. Look at that. Wow. They've notched the hell out of it. The bracing plans for Unit 3 upstairs, it shows that there's a ply brace that's supposed to be installed in this little wall over here, which they've installed, and then it kicks out a bit, and there's supposed to be another one installed here that's not installed, and you can see the cladding, the WeatherTex cladding here. So non-compliant, and then there's supposed to be another strap brace installed to this wall here that's not installed, and also another ply brace installed here that's not installed as well. So there's bracing items in this unit. There's also other framing issues here. A lot of cladding issues, guys, but have a look at the way they've done the sarking here. Terrible job, guys. Terrible job here. Have a look. The poor WeatherTex cladding. It's a good cladding, but if it's installed in a schmozzle way, you're gonna get schmozzle results. And guess what? WeatherTex, they don't warranty schmozzles. Now, check out this section here. See this opening? It's a big opening, yeah? And this is allowed for openings that are not wider than 1.8. Now, if I measure this, my laser, it's 3 meters. So basically, this is telling me that anything larger than 1.8, it requires a lintel. I'll put an extract on the screen. 1684.2 clause 6.2.3 figure 6.9 allows for a trimmer lintel for a span not exceeding 1.8 for non-load bearing walls. In this instance, the wardrobe opening is larger than that, so it does require a lintel. How did this get passed? I don't know. This beam is on the engineering drawings is B14, and if we take a closer look, it's actually been skew nailed into the packing beam. Have a look, guys. It's been skew nailed instead of it being installed as per engineering. This beam here is supposed to have been installed into the metal beam via a steel cleat, not skew nailed. So basically now here we have an issue right there now, guys. This is not Burt Engineering and it's been signed off, so I don't even know how that has happened. Have a look. This purely skew nailed. And this frame has been passed as well. Can you guys believe it? And then also we have this strong back. Look how it terminates. This timber right here that goes into the posies is called the strong back. And there is a detail that I'll put on the screen, but it hasn't been installed as per the manufacturer's installation manual. They've just terminated it like that. And see here, they've terminated it correctly against a timber beam. But then if you look at here, how it terminates, it's non-compliant. So how did this get passed by the building surveyor? I'm not sure. There's so many items here that raises a lot of questions about compliance, guys. Now, if we look at the engineering, this steel beam right here is actually B10 and it's a portal frame. What that means that there's specific details that have to be followed, yeah? Now we've got this steel column here and then this steel column there. There are specific requirements as per the engineering. The engineering clearly states that there should be 4 M16 bolts to the base plate, and the base plate also is supposed to have grout as well. It's supposed to have 15 MPa grout underneath, 4 M16 bolts, and minimum 200 mil embedment. Now we can see here that there is only 2 bolts, so I'm not sure how this actually got approved, guys. And it's the same thing to this steel column as well there. It's not done as per engineering. And also this one here, this steel column there, all of them not been done as per engineering. And then we have this steel member beam that's resting on this beam as well. There is specific details for that as well. There's supposed to be a plate with bolts. That's not been done as well. So all these engineering items raises a lot of questions about compliance. We have this sump right here that's discharging straight down. Yeah, and also it doesn't appear to be 600 mil, but there is no support as well. There is no actual support on this sump. There is support for this sump here, if you have a look. You know what, let's take a walk around unit 3. See, this is how much the weeds were growing here. Obviously they couldn't get the lawnmower here, but this is how bad it was, guys. As soon as probably they knew we were coming, these guys came and started cleaning the job. Oh, look how bad the scaffold is. This is so dangerous, guys, for real. My goodness. Have a look. They've done a big job. And look at that. That is so dangerous. Look at the fence here. Oh my God. And look how it's open. That's not compliant as well. Anybody can go in the site. Dangerous for the kids. So how the hell am I gonna walk here? Oh, oh, oh. And check out the wasps here, guys. That's how long the job has been here. These guys had made this their habitat. Look at that, guys. I'm doing a pest inspection today as well. All right, let's get out of here before they attack us. Those guys don't look happy at all. Oh, look at this, guys. Tell me, is this a good job site? Too bad all the Hebel has to come off because now it's voided warranty. How bad is this job? It would have been such a good job if these guys done the correct thing. If they followed the installation manual of the manufacturers, the Hebel manufacturer, and also WeatherTech's manufacturer, if they followed the guide, they would have had a beautiful development here. I'm not sure why these guys are taking the shortcuts. You can see how all the stormwater is not being managed as well. Poor management of the job. This scaffold also is dangerous. I should call WorkSafe to come here. So guys, I just wanted to do this video to raise awareness about some of the items that we found. They're pretty big items. Like you can see that these items are very expensive to fix. So that's why I wanted to do this video to raise some awareness about some of the items that we found, because if you do these mistakes, it's going to be costly. So please read the instruction manual, or else you're in breach of the product warranty and it's going to be a big headache for you. If you really like this video and you think that you've learned something new, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We've got a lot of good content coming up, guys. Stay tuned. Until next time, let's go.